Hey guys, we're going to move on here with this area of a triangle using determinants. Obviously, the last lesson was just basic setting up. Okay, now we're actually going to start solving. We'll probably do 3 videos with this because it's pretty challenging. Obviously, the first one here, I'm doing all positives. I'm actually taking that very first problem that I did on the last video, and we're just going to go ahead and solve using that. And then you're actually going to take the same homework problem I gave you for putting it into the matrix, and then you're going to solve it on your own. Okay? Now, I'll be honest, this first time it's going to be pretty weird. You're going to be like, what? But again, we'll do three videos on this, okay? So stay with me. You'll get the hang of this. Okay, but again, remember, we're just sticking these into our 3x3 matrix. Now, remember, the negative one, plus or minus 1/2 is the very last step, and I'll show you that. It all depends on what we have at the end, because remember, if it's a positive answer at the end, we just multiply by a positive 1/2. If it's a negative answer, we multiply by a negative 1/2 to turn it positive. Because remember, area is the space inside the triangle. You can't have negative space. It has to be positive. But when you do this math, sometimes it comes out positive, sometimes it comes out negative, so you decide to change the sign using either plus or minus. Again, we'll do that at the end. Okay, now just stay with me again. This is going to be kind of a weird process, but I'm going to show you. Okay, now guys, what we're going to do is go along the top. Now you can see I've got the same matrix written 3 times here, okay? And basically, you do 3 steps for each column, okay? So what we're going to do is take the first number in that top column, which is obviously a 1, okay? Okay, and we're going to multiply that times the determinant. And again, this is going to look weird. So the row and the column created by that 1. So again, I'm circling my first number, first row here. And the row and column that goes with that gets crossed out. And these other numbers, 7, 1, 1, 1, the ones that aren't crossed out, create my matrix, my determinant there. Okay? Now, here's just another little caveat, or another little kind of part of this. What goes in front of each of these is -1. The first one is squared. So this is going to actually give you some signs, okay? Now, let's just go through before I start solving these. Let's just set up each of these here. So again, I circled the 1, the row and the column gets crossed out. Now I'm going to circle the 2. And the row and the column get crossed out. So what I have then is that 2, and then the determinant is the numbers that aren't crossed out. Now 3, 1, 6, 1. So 3, 1, 6, 1. Okay? And again, I know this is just a weird kind of extra step here, but this was -1 squared. This one's going to be -1 cubed in front of that 2. Okay, and then the last one again. I did the circle the 1. I circled the 2. Now I'm going to circle this 3, and again cross out the row and the column. So this 1 goes with the determinant 3, 7, 6, 1. 3, 7, 6, 1. Okay, and then just like the other one, -1 squared, -1 to the 3rd, -1 to the 4th. Okay, so again, I know you're probably looking at this like, what is going on? Okay, but that is the steps for setting that up. Okay, let me kind of make sure everybody can see. So that is the steps of setting up this area of a triangle. And obviously, guys, it looks complicated, it is complicated, but again, remember, this is a pretty cool formula because, again, if you don't know the height, you got to do this. I mean, there's no shortcut on this. Okay, Now, guys, all we need to do is simplify, and we're kind of going to be finished here. Now, negative 1 squared. Remember, a negative squared turns positive, so really, that goes away. So negative 1 squared kind of goes away. 1 times, now remember, guys, just like we did on that very first video, we're going to do that crisscross thing. So that this 1 right here is staying in front. 7 times 1 minus 1 times 1. Okay, again, this 1 in front really doesn't do anything. I mean, I can save that for later. 7 times 1 is 7. 1 times 1 is 1. 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 times that 1. Okay, I know it looks like a lot, but this first column, that determinant, makes a 1, or makes a 6. So again, 7 times 1 minus 1 times 1. Remember, we did that on the very first video. 7 times 1 minus 1 times 1. 7 minus 1 is 6. Now that 1 in front, 1 times 6 really doesn't do anything. Okay, I mean, I can put the 1 there. Okay, 1 times 6. Okay, that doesn't do anything, because actually on the next one, it is going to do something. Okay, again, negative 1 cubed. Now, guys, negative 1 to the third power is going to stay a negative 1 times 2. Okay, and then we do that crisscross thing, determinant. So the negative 1 cubed stays. 2 comes down. 3 times 1 minus 6 times 1. Again, we're doing that crisscross thing. Okay, now negative 1 times that 2, that'll stay negative 2. Okay, now we're going to multiply with that. 3 times 1 is 3, minus 6 times 1 is 6. Okay. Now we're going to, this number here, is the number in front has to wait till later. We're going to do 3 minus 6. So we're going to finish this determinant. 3 minus 6. Okay, that's a negative 3 minus 6 is a negative 3. Okay, last step, negative 2 times negative 3, another positive 6. Okay, so we got another positive 6. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here, negative 1 to the fourth power. Remember, an even power, negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1, that turns 1. This number's a 1. Okay, and then we're going to do that crisscross here. Okay, 3 times 1 is 3, minus, okay, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So 3 times 1 minus 6 times 7. So we're just doing that crisscross determinant. Okay, this 1 times 1 is going to stay in front. 3 times 1 is 3 minus, okay, 6 times 7, 42. Keep this 1 has to stay in front until I minus. I know that's not order of operations, but remember, you're going to finish the determinant right here. 3 minus 42 is a negative 39. 1 times negative 39 stays negative 39. Okay, we're almost finished. We're going to take these three numbers and combine them. So 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 minus 39. Okay, so 12, 6 plus negative 39. 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay, plus negative 39 is, so this, all of these together, again, I'm putting all these together right here. All of those together make negative 27. Okay, now again, this is what's weird. Okay, that is, you can't have a negative area. This is when we go back to that very first step, okay, with the plus or minus. So now that, because I have a negative, I'm going to use negative 1/2. So I'm going to multiply by negative 1/2. Okay, now guys, this is going to come out a decimal because I'm taking, remember, half, multiplying by a half is just dividing by 2. So negative 27 divided by, or you could say, well, let's see, multiplied by negative 1/2. Either way, it's going to be half of that negative 27. Okay, and let's see here. So divided by negative 27, negative 27 divided by negative 2. okay? And that's going to be a positive 13.5. Okay, and guys, that's the answer. Okay, that is the answer right there. Okay, this is a lot. I know, guys. Just do what you can. Obviously, this one's going to take a while. Show your math the best you can, on your piece of paper as you're doing this stuff. I mean, go back, maybe watch the video more than once. Okay, obviously, we're going to do another one of these. Actually, we're going to two more of those, okay? Now, what's nice, guys, you're just going to take the triangle that you had for yesterday's homework, so you should already have that on a piece of paper. You're going to take that and try to do these steps the best you can. I mean, just try to set them up the best you can. As long as you try it and put down an answer, you'll get your points, okay? But see if you can do it the best you can, okay? We're going to do another one on the next video, okay? Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.